I'm Farmer Sim,
And I'm Mrs. Sim Gamer.
and welcome everybody to our multiplayer series on Hutan Puntai. This is episode 2. Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm great, my friend. How are you?
I'm really good. How long's it been since me and you have actually done a recording together? It has been forever.
It has. I would hazard a guess. I haven't looked, but spring last year. That's when I would guess.
You're probably about right. It was back on Court Farms, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, we did our live stream last week, which went down brilliant. That was so much fun. Getting back together and doing it and getting a bit of farm sim done. But here we are again, literally picking up where we left off, aren't we, mate?
We are indeed, and we decided to switch over to the Volvo with the trailer, haven't we?
We have. Purely so that we can have a go at doing this passenger thing together, because neither of our tractors seems to allow us to jump in the cab together, even though we all own the vehicles and we're part of the same farm and all that such. So it's clearly maybe just one of the particular tractors that allows you to do that, but we can jump in the good old FH16. So yeah, when we it's just for a bit of content really, because we're going to be harvesting these green beans. We don't actually have anywhere to put them, so we're just going to be harvesting them and taking them straight to the canning factory and selling them. So I have just offloaded 15,000 litres out of the trailer that was attached to the tractor after the end of the last live stream, and we just made just over 11 grand, mate.
And I just want to point out, that's 11 grand from a small amount. It was what, 50, like you said, the amount of literage. But look at the weeds.
I know, yeah. This yield could have been, well, it could be a whole lot better.
Yeah.
So green beans are pretty well worth it.
Well, especially as soon as we've got this whopping machine, we're going to have to put green beans back in. I mean, that's an absolute no-brainer to me. But the fact that it's financially worth it, yeah, I'm chuffed.
Absolutely, mate. It'd be really interesting to see what we get from this field as a whole, essentially.
Agreed.
I'm pretty sure. I'm just going to jump into the finances menu very quickly, and we should be able to keep track of it pretty well, because we've only sold these green beans. So $11,974 is what we've got in the bank now.
That's incredible.
That small amount of green beans. So, although saying that, it was a small amount of green beans, but it's everything that's been done in this field already, thinking about it, isn't it?
Yeah, bar one line.
Right.
Yeah. I think if we treat the soil better, and then the aftercare for the crop, we should see a much better return on the yield.
Absolutely, completely agree. And like you say, we've got the machine itself, haven't we? So
we have.
I'm pretty sure can we plant green beans with our planter? I'm just going to pop into the garage and have a look at the.
It's a good idea.
That we've got the seed. We've got that big posh cedar thing. Where is it? This one here. No, this doesn't plant green beans. So how do we do? Obviously, green beans are new to us, aren't they? So we need to.
They are.
So
surely that's going to be a planter rather than a seeder.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah.
Or is it?
I'm not too sure. Planters. Let's have a look. Planters. Yeah, we need a planter.
Planter.
Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, that's all good. We'll sort that out. We don't need that right now. But there's a 6.7 meter one there for 65 grand.
That's decent.
8.1 meter there for 81,000. So. Yeah, we'll sort that. At least now we know what we got. We need a planter for that, so that's all good. But we've got a lot of work to do in this field before we get to that stage anyway, mate.
Yes, and we do need to plant some more rice in that field as well. We want to get that done.
Yes, we do. That's going to be a task.
Yes, really that's going to be a task. Yeah. That's a big boy one. So, shall I jump in the harvester to get us started?
Rock and roll, mate. Off you go, as you were, and all that. I'm going to jump in the Volvo. Do love this Volvo.
Oh, it's the stunner, isn't it?
It really is, yeah. Now there's not much point in me running along beside you, so I'm just gonna turn it round for no apparent reason and just chat nonsense with you while you go and harvest.
Oh, I love the sound of that, buddy.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I can be doing actually while you do that, because the field is in a bit of a state. It's going to take a while for that to fill up.
Yeah, we're only at 9%, so two rows is less than 10% basically.
this is a good-looking truck, mate.
Isn't it? And I love the
yeah.
colour choice that you made. I mean, it's just
It is a beauty, isn't
stunning.
it? I know I've said it a million times before, but I used to work for Volvo, and it was just as it was quite a few years ago, and the FH16 it was just coming out. It was quite new, so when we did have a couple on the yard, it was quite an awesome thing to see.
They are amazing pieces of kit.
Yeah, that they are. Anyway, mate, how's you? How are you getting on?
Really good. I'm just trying to catch up with life. Can't believe Christmas is less than a month away. That's freaking me out a little bit.
Oh, I know, isn't it? It's the 20th. Goodness me, it literally is a month.
I know.
Yesterday. Oh my word.
I know. I don't know where this year's gone, and I think I mentioned to you, me and my husband are doing lots of house renovations. Not like building, just decorating and changing a few bits around, and so I had a smart meter installed today.
Smart, very nice.
Which basically just shouts in your face how much gas and electric you're spending. So that the smart meter bit is going to be turned off for sure. I don't want to know. I'm going to live naively. I've lived naively up until now, but so I turned off my computer, obviously. And thankfully you called me straight away. You was like, you didn't just turn it off at the switch at the socket, did you? I was like, no, don't worry, I powered down my computer beautifully, then turned the socket off. But then I messaged you, didn't I? Because my screen wouldn't turn back on.
Yeah, the monitor wouldn't come back on. That was a weird one, wasn't it?
Oh my goodness. But thankfully it was just an extension lead.
Yes.
Could you imagine?
Of all the problems that it could have been, that was the easiest and best one you could possibly ask for, because if there was a problem with the monitor, that would have been game over for several days, wouldn't it?
Several days. I assume I would have to just claim on house insurance. Like, I don't know what I would do, because I can't afford a second one of these, because this is that 5K Samsung one.
Oh, it's the big daddy of monitors, isn't it? That one. Yeah, that would have been a bit of a nightmare, but thankfully it was just a plug.
Oh, it was. I was like, oh, someone's finally looking out for me.
Oh, do you know what? I've had my fair share of tech problems this week as well. It's just been one thing after another, and technology is wonderful when it works.
When it works.
And when it doesn't, and it will pretty much happen 99.9% of the time. Something will go wrong at the worst time you want it to go wrong. There's never a good time for anything technological to go wrong anyway. I appreciate that, but yeah, it's. I mean, my stresses started with my graphics card.
Oh my!
New graphics card day should be a good day, shouldn't it? Really.
It should be. It's as good as getting a new computer.
Well, yes, essentially. I mean, for all intents and purposes, for me, it was essentially changing just about every dynamic of the computer. Now I can play the game wonderfully at full settings, but that wasn't the point. I installed the graphics card. I was dead happy, dead giddy, like a kid in a sweet shop, and I turned the game on, and it still wasn't. There was barely any noticeable difference between the graphics card that I'd replaced it with and my shiny new super duper 24 gig graphics card, and I was like, this isn't right, this can't. And I know the game, I've seen lots of reports on the internet and Facebook and stuff for quite a while now saying, oh, you know, I've got a super whammy computer and I still can't run the game at full settings, and this is, you know, it's rubbish and all this kind of stuff. And I was thinking, oh no, am I going to have this same problem? And because it had cost such a huge amount of money, I was like, well, I'm not going to invest a huge amount of money in this if it's going to be no better. I might as well take it back.
Yeah, you know? Yeah.
And it turns out, and I'd literally, I installed it into the computer, spent the whole day setting it up or trying to set it up. And at the end of the day, I went downstairs with my tail between my legs, and I went to Mrs. Farmer Sim, and I was like, I'm going to put it back in its box and take it back, because I'm not. I was like, I know, it was a proper. I mean, I'm 43 years old, for God's sake, but I was dead unhappy. It was like, come on, I was like a proper dog with his tail between his legs.
I could just see you, like, going down, tail between legs, ears down flat.
She was like, you all right, love? And I'm like, no, I'm not all right. My graphics card's a pile of crap.
No.
But it turned, so I literally I took it out the computer, put my old one back in, reverted everything back to what it was, packaged it back up in the box, and I was ready to get up first thing the next morning and go back down to the shop and just throw it at them and say, give me my money back, because it doesn't do what it's meant to. You know, I can't get it to do what it's meant to do.
Computer says no.
Computer says no. But I woke up the next morning and I thought, do you know what? No, I had a little bit of a new lease in life, or whatever you want to call it. I just kind of thought, no, I'm going to persevere. And I sat outside with my coffee, and I kind of, with my phone in my hands, just Googling a few things, and I found a thread on Reddit that explained something about a function within my AMD graphics drivers to enable something called smart memory. And I was like, oh, that says it's disabled on mine, but it should be enabled. So I figured out how to do it, and you have to go into the BIOS settings. You can't just do it. And this is what really kind of annoyed me a bit, because in my personal opinion, you go out and spend almost £1,000 on an all singing, all dancing graphics card. Whether it's naive of me or not to think about it in this way, I don't know. But when you plug that in, it should be, you should get everything you could get from it when it's plugged in.
Agreed.
But you have to, and I'm not trying to be rude or derogatory to anyone here, but I know that a lot of people wouldn't know what to do, or wouldn't know how to go into the BIOS and enable something called rebar in the BIOS settings, which is
not a clue.
Exactly. And I had to do, unfortunately, I'm, you know, slightly, I've done it many times before, so but the fact is, I had to go into the BIOS, enable a setting, come back into the computer, enable the setting in my graphics drivers, and boom, there it was. The game now sits. I can turn everything up to 11. Literally every single setting in the game now graphically is turned right up to the top, and it sits at 60 frames all day long, and it's absolutely.
Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Thanks, mate. I'm now, well, my computer is now almost as capable as yours. But yeah, I was literally this far. I'm holding my fingers in front of my head here. I was an inch, you know, holding my fingers close together. I was this far from taking it back and saying, you know, give me my money back. So I don't blame you, because there's nothing more frustrating. And I, whether it's stupid or not, you always think if you spend more, the easier it should be. But we know technology. No, we do know technology, and unfortunately that is not the case. But the saga didn't end there, because I was once I'd got the computer all properly running and I started to enjoy the game, I immediately dove in and started recording an episode of Riverbend Springs.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I turned my computer on, and the Ethernet controller wouldn't power on with the computer, and I was like, what? I literally hadn't done a single thing, not a single thing, right? The Ethernet controller.
I don't understand. Really?
Yeah. Yes. And I was baffled, and literally, because I was so excited of having the game running as well as it was, I was really keen to get back into just record. And yeah, the computer just sat there and I couldn't connect to the internet, and I'm like, are you having a laugh? Now my computer doesn't have Wi-Fi or anything. It's literally just,
it's wired. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hardwired in. So it was completely cut off. So I was completely stunned, and I was almost at the point of reinstalling Windows, because I was what's the term, fault finding, trying to do things step by step, and nothing I could do. I couldn't reinstall drivers. I couldn't download drivers because I wasn't connected.
You wasn't connected to the internet, yeah.
Anyway, long story short, I went downstars again. Mrs. Farmer said, like, "Are you all right?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not bloody all right. My computer's doing this." And she just went, "Try unplugging all the USBs." And I was like, I was in a bit of a paddy at the time. I was like, "Oh, well, it can't be anything to do with the USBs, blah blah blah. It's, you know, nonsense, all this kind of stuff." Sure enough, I just unplugged everything, all my USBs, powered the computer on, worked fine.
I don't get it. I don't understand.
Well, neither did I. It was. I don't have an answer. It was something. It was one of the USBs. Everything's now plugged back in again, and it has been for days, and it's working fine. So explain that.
Weird.
Yeah. So it's
maybe your computer was like, "You're too happy. I'm going to do something just to annoy you. You can't be this happy. I'm sorry."
Yeah, no, that's probably about right. You know, my computer was like, you know, you've been working me solidly for months now
Yeah.
because my computer sits there most of the day. It's either playing a game sitting at about 70 degrees or it's rendering a video sitting at about 78 degrees.
Yeah, you're not allowed to be happy.
Yeah. She's like, right, you know, I'm getting my own back on you now. It's not a bad thought, actually. Probably was.
It probably
Yeah. It's the computer shouting at me, wanting some TLC. It's like, I'm going to do this now repeatedly until you replace my thermal paste.
Oh god, I'm dreading the day I need to start replacing bits. I'm just gonna pay for you to come up and stay with me and fix things.
You don't want me coming anywhere near it. Have you not just heard what the rigmarole I've got to go through just to replace a damn graphics card? Anyway. Tell you what, this is fun. I'm just standing here watching you. Forgive me, viewers, watching them from my side of things here. I've just been stood in the field, just gradually
Chatting away.
panning left and panning right, watching you do all the hard work. How full are you?
I am 43%.
43%, right. So, do you know what? Just for the sake of it, although I can't now, can I? Because you're facing the other way. I've got to wait for you to come on the.
Yeah,
back down this way.
pull her down, ready for me when I come back.
I will.
It's hardly hard work though. I've got steering. I'm using steering assist.
Yes. How are you finding it?
I love steering assist in a big harvester like this.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, I just struggle to stay in a straight line. I just, when the header's this small, there's just not much room for mistakes.
Yeah.
So steering assist in something like this, I think, is just sensational.
No, it is very helpful, I've got to say. I mean, even in any piece of equipment, it's really helpful. But just the whole user interface now, and I've had quite a few comments over the last few days and weeks from console players as well, just essentially just over the moon that they're able to experience what they can now in the base game with the new AI workers and the steering assist. It's brilliant.
It is brilliant.
I'm genuinely really glad that they can now kind of have a taste of the pie that we've had for years
the good life
when it comes to course play and stuff. Because it's yes, it's not quite course play. I get that. It's almost as good in certain aspects. It's the effectiveness of the, because I've been running a lot of AI workers on my Riverbend Spring series. You won't be able to harvest and pull that thing up at the same time, just so you know. All right, there we go.
Am I out?
Oh, I think you've pulled it back in again.
Story of my life. I'm inside the cab, so I suppose I could just turn around and look out the back window. Obviously.
Indeed. There we go. Now this is going to be a value. I know we can certainly improve the yield. We can get the field much better, but so what's that? 7,170 litres. So that's pretty much half of what we just sold in out the trailer before.
Yeah.
So that's probably 5-6 grand's worth in here. So at the minute.
Did you want to play?
I'm quite happy just watching you, mate.
Honestly, I'm having a great time. Right, let me just
I'm all right.
turn this bad boy back on.
Yeah.
And yeah, let's go.
I'm more than happy. I can only apologise to my viewers that I'm not actually doing a huge amount, but we'll just keep chatting nonsense, and I'll just watch you go back into for now. I'm sure there's something I could probably be doing, but although thinking that, I mean, we were so productive in the last episode when I was in the live stream we did. When I was harvesting, you were literally cultivating in front of me. That was
really, really good. The only thing, of course, that causes an issue is driving over cultivated fields, which I didn't really think about that because it never was a problem in FS22.
Right, yeah.
But of course, it is in FS25. I've had rain, but I haven't had real rain yet, as in tractor or anything got stuck in the mud.
No, I haven't had that yet. Funnily enough, yesterday when I was recording in Riverbend Springs, I actually encountered rain for the very first time, and I made a point of recording a segment of video of me stood out in the rain, looking at my tractor as it got wet.
I love that. I love that.
It is amazing, though. It's literally amazing because the rain washes the mud off the tractor for a start, which is pretty cool. But the actual the visual quality of the clumps of wet mud sitting in between the tread of the big wet rubber tire it's something else. It's properly good. It's amazing. And
It is good.
Yeah.
I am so impressed with those changes. I know more than anyone how you appreciate stuff like that.
I'm an absolute geek, mate. What can I say? I love the small stuff. It's those small details, and there's lots of them that all add up to make 25 a heck of a game. And yes, we're still playing. I mean, there's been quite a few handful of mods come out today in the last few days that we're gradually starting to get a few of the really important script mods, ones that a lot of us couldn't live without. But I mean, I had a message again off somebody. I think it was yesterday or the day before, a comment in one of my YouTube videos asking for advice, saying I'm new to the farm, I'm new to Farming Simulator. Should I purchase Farming Sim 22 or should I go for 25? And I honestly had to say, look, in my personal opinion, mate, you need to go for 25. Yes, at the minute, if you went for 22, you've got 3-4 years worth of mods that you could download, and you know the scope that those mods provide is incredible. But before you know it, Farm Sim 25 will be there, and when you weigh up the difference in the base games, if you just compare 22 as a base game and 25 as a base game, 25's way above 22.
I would agree. Even with the addition of crops, the weather, there's a huge improvement in the weather and the atmosphere.
Yeah, there really is. Tornadoes as well.
Yeah, I haven't experienced one yet, but I've watched videos where there's been tornadoes, and I was like,
yeah,
scary.
I've only seen one, and that was on FSG's one of his live streams one of his early access live streams the weekend before the game came out, and I think he might have triggered it himself using the developer command things. But
that's cool.
And they just tore their way through the field in anything that was dipped out.
It's terrifying.
I mean, well, yes, it is, and so it's great that they're there. But again, it only makes sense, in my humble opinion anyway, that those things occur on, for example, like Riverbend Springs or an American map, because it's got to be geographically correct. If we, for example, did you know that Carmsden and Court Farms are coming back to 25?
Are they?
Yes.
That's brilliant news.
Oxy's converting them. While in the background, while he's working on Whitcomb Park Farm, the new super map that he's making for 25. But anyway, it doesn't make sense to me that we'd get tornadoes at Carmsden or Court Farms, because we don't get that kind of weather in the UK. So, yeah.
We get gust. If they could do like really gusty winds where things fall over, like, yeah, we get
fence
that.
Panels. yeah, we do. Fence panels.
Yeah.
That's me how I know.
Oh no, not one. Have you had one come down?
Oh, I've had loads come down over the years. Yeah, fence panels are a pain in the neck.
Yeah, I'm pretty lucky. I haven't. We've got the tiniest bit of fence in our garden, and the other side they replaced it anyway, because you're supposed to do the ones on the right, is it?
I have no idea.
I think in gardens, or is it the ones on the left? Like if you're neighboured with people, you're in charge of one of the sides.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
I've got no idea. All I know is my garden is entirely hemmed in with fences all the way around. We've got 6-foot fence panels left, right, and centre.
Wow, jeez.
Literally.
I have two tiny ones, then a garret, like two fences either side, relatively, no more than sort of 10 foot long.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I've got garage at the back. Tiny garden. Tiny garden. Good job I've got tiny dogs.
Well, yes, yeah, there is that. There is that. It's a good job. We've got not a big garden, but it's not a massive garden, but it's a decent size, and which I suppose is a good job because Max takes up half of that garden.
Yeah, I think you'd probably fill our back garden.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, yeah. Is big and daft is thou, Max. I do still feel I need to apologise to anyone watching from my side of things here. I'm literally just stood here watching you go back into how full are you now? I can't imagine you're going to be
20%.
I was literally just about to say 20%. That was a good guess.
It's a brilliant guess.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm going to consult the map PDA and just have a look at what we've got going on. So
yeah, are we halfway through yet? We should be.
Are we
Feels
halfway
like
through
it.
the field?
Yeah, feels like we are.
I'd say if we include the several headlands that we've done and the big section that you've got to your right and that I'm stood in,
Yeah.
we're probably about halfway, maybe. Yes. I mean, I suppose. No, I'm not going to go off and do something else. I'm going to stick with you and then just chill out here with you and just get this big job done, and then when we have done this job, I mean, it's probably going to be worthwhile. Once this is harvested, should we literally start the field again?
I think so. Yeah.
Just raise the ground, cultivate it, and we will need to invest in a planter, won't we? In fact, I'll do that now.
Yeah, you choose what planter you want.
Okay, so I mean, we can't go too daft because we've only got 108 grand. We will have a bit more in the bank when we've sold what we're selling here, but
you could buy some seeds as well.
I could buy some seeds, couldn't I? So, but we don't want anything too small. We've got a 9-meter Optima for just under 90 grand here.
These are big fields. These are really big fields. So
they are. The 12-meter is 208 grand. The 18-meter is 250, and the 17.8 John Deere is 235.
Okay.
So the reality is the 9-meter Cavernaland one is
the best shout.
Is probably our only option really. So let's
what's the capacity of it? And can you put fertilizer in it as well?
2,660 litres, and yes, you can put solid fertiliser in. Yes,
that's decent. So then we would only need to run over the field once.
Yeah, that's a good point. Right, so let's buy that then. We shall purchase that. Boom, boom, boom. There we are. Right, okay. Now we don't actually have any seeds at all, do we, at the minute? So
I don't think we have anything in our arsenal. No fertilizer or anything. Oh no, we do have some fertilizer because I fertilized the rice, but that's liquid fert.
Ah.
So you would need to buy some solid fert.
Yeah, I suppose. But then we can save money if we've already got liquid fertilizer and we've already got the liquid fertilizer sprayer.
Absolutely.
Sprayer that's got the narrow tires, so we don't need to stress too much about running over the ground again because it's the proper.
It's narrow.
With the narrow tires, yeah.
Jump in there and see how much, because I don't think I bought too much.
Yeah, I'm just again, I'm trying to do it properly. I'm walking back to the workshop instead of just flicking through a vehicle. So yeah, I'm just going to jump in the sprayer and see what we've got in here, quantity-wise. Right. So we've got 1,430 litres, 1,427 to be precise. So we could probably do with another tote or two of that, but we don't need to get that right away. That's
no.
We can. I'm gonna just make my way to the shop. We'll get the. I'll top it up with some seed. I'll get some seeds, and and I made an entrance at this end of the farm as well. We don't have to go all the way around that way.
No, that's true. That was really handy. That straight past the rice field, yeah? The greenhouses.
Yeah. There we are. Oh, and the reflections in the paint as well.
So
Honestly,
good.
It really is.
So good.
It really is. Well, I'll tell you what, Mrs. SG. While we try and stick to the format that we used to stick to when we used to record our videos. We're almost at half an hour now, so shall we? Now that I'm picking up this cedar planter, should we maybe give everyone a few minutes break, and we'll crack on and get that field finished off?
That sounds like a really good idea. Give everyone's ear a break from us for a little bit.
Yeah. Well, technically, it'll only be for a matter of seconds for them, but for you guys. But then
For us, it's probably going to be what, 45 minutes, I reckon.
Give or take a bit, yeah.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, we'll get the green beans done, and we'll pick you up when we'll be in the cab together in the truck, making our way to the canning factory, and making a bit of money, getting a bit of money back. Because now we've gone from almost $100,000 down to 18,919, and that's only going to get less again because I need to buy a couple of bags of seeds. So anyway, yeah. So we'll get a bit done, and we'll pick you all up in a little while's time.
Catch you soon, everyone.
See you in a bit. Welcome back, everybody. Here we are on board the truck, both of us in cab. How cool is this, mate?
I love it.
It's brilliant, isn't it?
We were never able to do this. I think in one of the DLCs, was it the Kubota pack? You could do it.
Yes. But we did try to get it working when we first tried to get it working when we first did our crossplay series over on Purbeck, and we didn't have any joy. And yeah, we've never been able to experience it yet, but here we are, sat in cab. Although it's even if I turn to look at you, I take it I'm still facing forward.
Yeah, you're still facing forward. You're not looking at me, but you got very manicured hands, Mr. Farmer Sim.
I'm moisturised.
You're moisturised. Your arms also go through each other, which is quite funny to watch.
My arms go through each other?
Yeah, some nice glitching going on.
Right, well, I need to think about exactly where it is I have to go, because the last thing I want to do, I'm just going to consult the map very quickly. So, no, in fact, I'm going to do my very best to not tie myself in a Volvo-shaped knot, but we're going to go round this way and then hang a left. I'm hoping this is the main road. Yeah. I love the rattling that we get from the trailer and everything when you go over a bump and pull it over a curb.
So good.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Let's drive down the it's a shame it's not night time, actually, isn't it? Because we're going down the main drag now where
all the lights.
And stuff. Yeah.
I like the all the graphics.
Yeah.
Put so much effort into it.
Let's jump out of cab view for that and just roll down. Yeah, this is a cool street.
Cool.
I've used this street for a couple of shots in the cinematics that I've done lately, turning it to night time, and make it just looks so cool. It really does. Anyway, there we go. Tell you what.
I'm so pleased they've done something like this.
Yeah, it is really cool. It really is. It's just it adds such a cool amount of immersion.
It does.
Just on the way to sell some green beans, and we get to drive through an area like that.
So cool. Yes, so we finished the field of green beans. It did take quite some time, but we've ended up with 28,674 litres worth. Yep. So we think we should get at least, I want to say, guess 30,000.
You reckon?
Maybe 28,000.
We'll be finding that out any minute now, and I'm pretty sure that we want to go round here, and the tip point is just on the right here. This is us.
Excellent.
Here we are, mate. So, right on the docks. Let's check that out as well for a view. There we go. Dump green beans. So, you said 30,000?
Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. Oh, you're not far off, mate.
21,000. Okay, I was quite far off.
Well, you were. Well, as near as makes no difference, mate. Because we had actually spent a bit of money, as you might have seen before the money went up there. We were back down to about $6,000 because we've just forked out a load of money for some lime which I don't actually think we need now. Mistakenly, we went into the map PDA, and both of our fields say that the fields don't need lime.
Well, we've got it. What's the worst? We'll just keep it, and eventually we'll use it.
Indeed. I'm going to take the scenic route home as well this way. I've got no idea. I've just gone through a red light. Sorry.
I'm sure no one minds.
No, it seems relatively quiet. But yeah, we spent a load of money on lime. We bought a load more seed as well, because obviously we bought the planter. So we've put a couple of 1,000 litres of seed in the planter there. I'm now going completely the wrong way. I'm going to have to go back again here. Goodness me. Chat amongst yourselves while Farmer Sim gets lost.
This Volvo does go pretty fast, though, to be fair.
It does. Yeah, it doesn't hang about, does it? That's, right.
Oh yeah, I recognise where we are now.
I'm just going to consult. Oh, you know where you are.
Left, I think.
No, I think you're right. Yeah, we want to go left. And then...
I recognise that building.
Yeah. Follow it down. Right.
Ah, yeah, here's the strip.
We're back on Las Vegas Boulevard here.
It does look like some kind of... I don't know what. But I would like to sit here and have some noodles.
Oh, I am peckish, actually, now you said that.
Ooh, I made a chicken burger.
You made a chicken burger?
Chicken burger with a brioche bun, sweet potato fries. Just shoved it in the air fryer, bish bash bosh. Great nosh.
I want one of those air fryer things.
Oh, they're game changers. We put everything in it. And I mean everything.
Really?
Yeah. Veg, meats. I don't even use a toaster anymore. I toast bagels in them and everything.
Oh, I need to get myself one of them, don't I? Really? Oh, no, that was the wrong... Hang on a minute, there's right. I'm trying to do the right thing and follow the arrows on the road. The AI traffic don't even do that. I only went that way down that little narrow street because that's the direction that one of the AI cars was going down. So I thought, oh, well, it must be all right. No, it clearly wasn't. Don't listen to the locals, people.
Do not listen to locals, especially if they're AI. Otherwise, I call them artificial idiots.
Artificial idiots, yeah. Well, that's me, that is. I should be in that category.
Yeah, no, that's the same, actually. Who am I to call idiots? Although, I felt quite comfortable doing that harvest.
You did very well, mate.
I really enjoyed it.
Good. Yeah, it's quite soothing and relaxing, just especially with the steering assist. It's just.
Oh my goodness, loved it.
Considerably easier, right? Well, contrary to what I do tend to like to do, I'm just going to dump that there for now.
I think that's all good.
Passenger ride, mate.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Tandem ride, digital high five.
Love it so much.
So, are you going to cultivate, and I'll jump in the big fence here with the cedar?
Yeah, let me have a look at the cedar you've just purchased. Oh, is this the? Yeah, this is the cedar. Yes. So
yeah,
this is the one we already had.
Yeah. And the planters in here. It's the cavernolan thing.
Yeah, let me have a look at that.
It's we had it in 22. It's one of the. It's that one that you tow it.
Oh,
you tow
yes.
it as it is, and then you unfold it and pick it up from the other way around. You have to disconnect it and pick it up from the centre behind the hopper there.
Oh yeah, I remember that one. That's a bit of a beast.
You're going to want the cultivator there.
So, yeah, I let Farmer Sim at the shop, and he ended up spending like 100 grand. So, we need to plant some more stuff and make some more money because he's just spent it all.
Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But we have decided we are going to keep the green beans because we've got the green bean machine. We're going to plant. Obviously, that's why we bought the planter. So we're going to plant green beans again in the field that we've just worked in. But we're going to essentially give it a going over with the cultivator. It doesn't. Neither of the fields need lime at the minute, so we're not going to bother doing it if the game tells us we don't need to. And we're going to plant green beans back in there. And we're going to plant long grain rice in this one because why not? Why wouldn't we? It's a new crop to the game.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So,
Alright, let's get steering assist back on for me, so I can be a bit lazy.
I'm going full Manuel.
Good for you.
I'm getting this thing as well. The crop can only be planted inside a rice field.
That's weird.
But
We know that's not the case.
we know that's not the case. Oh,
I'm gonna,
it is the case.
it's got to be a multiplayer error.
No. We're not planting long grain rice here, I'm afraid. Oh, hang on a minute. It's doing something, but the crop isn't showing in the field.
Really?
Yes. We might have encountered... Now, I know this seeder takes fertilizer, but I should still be able to drill without the fertilizer in.
Yeah, you should, yeah.
There's no... No, it's not. It's showing that we're doing something.
What's it saying in the PDA?
It's blank. It doesn't. It's not showing long grain rice. As I run it over, it's just emptying the field completely of everything. It's just turning it into a blank field. It's not actually interacting with it at all.
So what are we going to do? What do you want to put in there instead?
Well, I think the best thing to do is just go for... I think we just go for a traditional cereal crop, I think, mate.
Yeah.
A bit disappointing. Maybe it's a rice thing with multiplayer, perhaps. I don't know.
Because I haven't seen a patch come out. A game patch, have you?
No, there's no game patch out yet. Well, it is what it is. We can't do much about it. So, go on, you choose. You've got the traditional wheat, barley, oats, canola. What do you want to go for? Canola tends to be quite valuable, doesn't it?
Yeah, let's do canola.
Let's do canola, right? Okay, so we'll turn you on.
That's what she said.
Yeah. See, now the seed is ticking down. I'm not getting an error message. There we go. Let's just stop. Come to a stop. Growth. The patch that I've already... Okay. There's gonna be a small patch in the field where I tried to plant long grain rice, where there's going to be nothing, but it's a tiny little patch. So
that's fine.
Yeah, we're planting canola.
There's nothing we can do on stuff like that.
No, it's out of our hands. That, I'm afraid, mate. There's nothing we can do about that.
There'll be a game patch soon.
Eventually, I'm sure. But for now, we shall just crack on, mate. So, getting cab for you there. I'm just going to do things manually myself. I'm going to do it by eye.
Nice.
I think. And I'm just going to have a go at just doing up and down rows, I think. It seems a more straightforward option. There's no cars coming. Well, that's a shame. I was really quite looking forward to doing long grain rice. I know the actual action of drilling them isn't any different from any other crop, but I was looking forward to seeing what the money might have been like at the end. And
I know.
Traffic.
Well, hopefully it gets fixed before our next planting season.
Indeed, yes, indeed. We will just have to hope.
Because we're not...
Maybe.
Oh, sorry.
No, go on.
I was just saying, we're not playing season, so once that one's ready to harvest, we can whack something straight back in.
Yeah, absolutely, that's right. Yeah, we've got seasonal cycles off for now. We did that just so we can give ourselves a bit of a fighting chance getting off with the live stream that we did last week. So, yeah, oh well. There's not much we can do about that. It is what it is.
It is what it is. Beautifully, my friend.
Lovely. Lovely.
No drama over here.
Excellent, but yeah.
No drama at all.
But it turns out as well, when we were looking at the numbers when we were working in that, when we were pulling the green beans out, the land that would, as we were harvesting it, the unharvested parts of the land were actually 100% fertilised, weren't they?
They were.
So the only knock-in yield I think we were taking, and I think it told us we were getting a 72% yield bonus, I think it was.
Which made no sense to me. But then you looked, and it was, as you said, fully fertilised. But it's that maybe the 25 the yield bonus, the 75%, the other 25% is deducted from the weeds. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. We can only assume. I tell you what, this seeder is a heavy thing. It's no wonder it needs 415 horsepower to drag it behind. It feels, I mean, it's a beast, clearly, but it feels really heavy.
Feels heavy.
Yeah, it really does. I mean, it's a proper thing, though, this. It really is. Novag, what number is it? Novag T-Force Plus 950.
Oof.
Yeah, it's...
Sounds like something... Sounds like a chemical. Like a chemical mass destruction.
The main thing is it's working. Yeah, it sounds too much like Novichok, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. That's exactly what I had in my mind.
Yeah, it's a good bit of kit. I think it was quite expensive, but
of course it was.
The way it looked, it's proper beefy with massive, thick steel girders and tracks and everything. It's yeah, awesome thing.
Yeah, I can't wait to... I will definitely have a go with that. But I do need to use your tractor, because mine... I made of a bit of boo-boo. Mine is nippy, but I've got less horses.
Yes, you've got a few less ponies under your bonnet, haven't you?
Yeah, mine are little ponies rather than big stallions. Like, ones which are put out to pasture.
Yeah. Although saying that, though, even this thing feels like it's struggling, because it is. As I say, it's... hey, up, you can... Oh, now I'm... Oh, that was clever. That was brilliant.
Go on.
I'm just doing up and down rows. I'm not bothering with headlands. I'm just pulling out at the end and turning around on the road.
Yeah,
An AI car came along the way, and I was getting in his way, and he just drove round me. Instead of just sitting there in front of me, not knowing what to do, and just sitting there and beeping his horn.
Beeping your horn?
Yeah, there wasn't even a couple of seconds in it. He just approached me and was like, "No, I'm not waiting for you," and just went around me into the other lane. That was brilliant.
That was very British of him.
Yeah. Get out where, mate.
Apart from there would be some rude gestures and a honk, and then going immediately round.
Definitely, yeah.
The other day, right? It was a bloke in a German vehicle beginning with B.
Oh, okay.
Not sponsored content, but
the ones where the indicators don't work.
The ones where the indicators don't work.
Yeah.
And it was a traffic calming, and I judged that it's a 30-mile-an-hour zone. He's far enough away. I've been driving many of years. This guy sped up just so that he could beat me to it, and then physically clapped at me and looked at me like a sarcastic little... Oh my gosh. Really? I nearly flipped my lid. If I had a dash cam, I would have reported him to the police, because he's just...
Wow.
Yeah.
Some people, mate. Some people.
Because you know if you've got enough time to get around.
Yeah.
I was like... And as I was driving around, I was like... Or just approaching, just going into that right lane, I was like, that dude has put the foot on his accelerator. My mum was in the car. Because I always drive super sensible when my mum's in the car. It's like, dead straight.
Yeah.
Dickhead. Oh, excuse my language. Sorry.
Mrs. Simgate.
Are we going to get demonetized now?
Oh, probably not.
I think if you don't, as long as you don't swear in the first 5 minutes, I think that's like the trick.
Well, you see, this is a topic that I've not really fully understand properly, and obviously, a slip of the tongue, it is what it is. But I mean, I watch lots of other YouTube channels. I have interest in cars and stuff like that, so I watch some of the big channels like Mighty Car Mods and stuff, and they're one of the biggest car producing content creators out there. They've got millions of followers, and they swear in their videos.
Yeah.
They're Aussies. They literally don't give a shit, mate. And they will swear in their videos. not all the time, but
Regularly,
more often
yeah.
than not, and they don't get demonetized. And it's one of those, isn't it? I don't know. It's a weird one.
I do think it is. If you declare that there's swearing, and
Right.
I think if you don't swear in the first, because I watch a channel, it's actually a legal channel. Sounds really boring, but it's not. Emily D. Baker, and she is a former prosecutor.
Right.
And now she follows like the top popular legal things going on, like at the moment, P. Diddy, the recent Sarah Boone case, and all of these things.
Okay.
I love all that stuff.
Yeah.
And her intro is she's a fan of the cursey words. She punctuates with swear words, but she's a highly intelligent woman. This is a prosecutor.
Yeah.
But she loves it. And I find it hilarious. And in my normal life, I can be quite potty mouthed.
Wait, I'm a nightmare.
So we do tend to tame ourselves. And I think I remember her saying, like in her intro video, she beeps out her swearing.
Right.
And then as long as she doesn't swear in the first few minutes, she's fine. And I don't know what that is or why that is.
Right.
I expect, but then there is part of me, I think she might not do ads. I think she makes all of her money through sponsorships, memberships,
Right.
and like super thanks and stuff. She makes a fortune.
Right. Okay. I see. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, obviously, I don't make a point of swearing in my videos. I know that I do remember once saying the word I've just said before in one of our Court Farms videos when we were having a discussion about something.
Yeah.
I think I was talking about how good I was at something, and I wasn't very good at it, so I described myself as exactly that. And that was well into the video, so I don't recall changing the way that I uploaded the video or ticking the box that says this video contains,
Fruity language.
Yeah, it was just like one split second of the video, so
Yeah.
I think we'll be fine.
I was talking about passion fruit martinis, but I called them by their more popular name of porn star martinis.
Okay.
And it was like, will that get you demonetized? I was like, well, we're about to find out, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah.
We're about to find out.
I'm sure it won't.
No. There are much worse things on the internet than us.
I was going to say, yes, innocently farming a field.
Slipping out some fruity language every now and then.
No, I think we'll be all right. I must admit, I've seen many other live streams and stuff of even with Farm Sim 22. I've seen a few creators out there who literally just F and Jeff all day long.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're monetized or not. I've got no idea, but I thought, well, I don't know. Each to their own and all that.
Each to their own.
I do like to consider our content as being somewhere near family friendly.
Yeah, PG-13.
Yes, that'll do. Thing is, though, the reality is everybody, or most people I know, swear these days. It's just I remember watching a program, actually. It was an interview with Stephen Fry. Stephen Fry.
Oh gosh, yeah, love him.
The comedian, and it was an interview with him, and he was talking about how wonderful swearing was, and the use of swear words. And I can't remember the particulars about it. I just remember absolutely loving that particular interview, and it was just wonderful hearing him, because he's a very educated, clever, and a desperately funny man. And yeah, just hearing him talk about the wonders of swearing and all that, it was quite good.
There are studies out there which say the more intelligent people in the world Swear more.
But I mean, I'm trying to hold my tongue because there can't be too much truth in that, because I literally, like you just described that lady that you watch. I punctuate when I'm not on camera. I literally punctuate every sentence with all sorts of, you know,
Tutti frutti.
yes, profanities. What can I say?
You must have an IQ of 1,000 then.
Well, according to them that know, then maybe. But no, I don't have an IQ of 1,000. I must have an IQ of about 17.
I love it.
The number of bloody mistakes that I make on in my videos on farming sim, like silly mistakes.
Oh,
Really,
don't.
really silly ones, just because I've not noticed something or I've not picked up on something, and it drives me nuts.
I don't even want to talk about mistakes on this game. It took 10 hours of gameplay just to get one episode because I messed up so much. And I'm not cheating any money in. So...
We've had this discussion though, haven't we, mate? Because you were very, very tired trying to record a video.
It was a bad decision.
And
you know,
I've done it once, and now you've done it once, and I think now it's one of those things. It's like it's nowhere near as drastic, but it's the same principle as putting diesel in your petrol car.
yeah.
Once you've accidentally done it once, you'll never do it again.
Well, yeah. Yeah. My brain was like...
Yeah.
yeah.
That's exactly it. And it's
I had
pointless.
no words.
Yeah, it's such a difficult task to try and make a video doing, you know, of the type that we try and make, like a Let's Play series on a farm, because there's so much to take in. It's not just sit here and, I mean, I am literally just sitting here driving up and down in the field, but when you're doing a Let's Play, there's so many things to think about. You've got to think about what you're doing next, and if the content you're making is even remotely watchable, and you've got to sound like you know what you're talking about. You can't just prance around your farm willy-nilly. You've got, if you want people to watch you, you've got to appear like you know what you're doing in the game, within the confines of the game. And I've done it where I'm tired trying to record a video, and you just make mistake after mistake after mistake, whether that's a physical mistake or a verbal mistake, and you say something that's complete nonsense.
Yeah.
You forget something, you do something without doing something first, and you go, oh! And because you've already recorded it, and you might not be able to go back, it's like, oh my god, you know, you're trying to get a video out for a particular time, and the job you're doing you've got an hour and a half of something to do. It's just, yes, it's
no good. And also, it's the tone of voice. Nobody is happy and bubbly when they're tired.
No. Oh, no, I'm with you there.
I am the worst tired person.
No, you're not. I am. I beat you there. I'll fight you for that one, mate.
I'll fight you for that title. Fight you to the death. Yeah,
we're not tired when we're doing it.
The thing... I probably will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get so... Well, I just get the grump. I get the grump and the hump.
You get the grump, yeah. I've just thought that's quite a nice... I'm going to try, even though I'm not using steering assist, I am going to try and take a screenshot with that one.
Why you doing beautiful?
Yeah, mid-drive. I'm going to go with that, go with that, go with that, go there. There we go.
Beautiful. I'll take a screen. Me. I am using steering assist, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I'm being super duper lazy.
I'm doing it manually, and I don't think I missed a tiny bit then. I still managed to stay in a perfectly straight line. Staying out of cab, bring up the dev console, change the FOV, remove the HUD, take a photo, go back in, change the FOV back, and put the HUD back on.
Oh, you the smart ass tonight.
Multitasking, I know, yeah. It's 9
multitasking.
o'clock at night, and all 7 of my brain cells are coming together to make one.
Firing on all cylinders.
Yeah.
To be fair, that is a beast of a machine. Jeez. And on that vent, God, it looks good.
Yeah, it's
That is beautiful.
I don't normally when I come to selecting my tractors for my farms, I'm not usually one to go for black wheels, but for some reason this Black Beauty one does actually looks pretty damn good.
I'm all about black wheels. Even in real life, I have to have black alloys.
Well, I used to be. My first car had black. I painted my wheels black on my first car. Yeah, but I've just kind of grown out of them now. I don't know what it is, but yeah, they look kind of good on this thing. Gotta say.
I didn't paint mine. They came in it. Yeah, black. Yeah, black 20 inches.
Black 20 inches. Check you out.
Yeah. My car. The car's red, and the tyres are black, and it's got black pack all over it. So it's got like the black bits on the grill
as well. Have you got black badges?
Black badges.
Nice. Nice.
Yeah. I love a black pack on a car. I don't know why. It just is. Just is.
Some cars they do look good. I'm with you there.
I've had two black cars, and even with those black cars, I've had black packs on them.
Oh, okay.
Just.
Oh, if you've had like proper Batman spec.
Yeah.
Wheels with a black car.
I had the brand new TT when it was brand new.
Yeah.
And I had that all black tinted, black. It was beautiful. And I called it Black Panther.
Black Panther. I watched that a couple of weeks ago, actually.
It's a good movie, that. Film. That poor guy's dead, though, isn't he, in real life?
Chadwick Boseman, I know, it was really quite sad, that was.
That's a blooming tragedy.
I know. It's, yeah, me and Mrs. Farmer Sim were doing a bit of a Marvel-a-thon, doing all the TV shows and the films and stuff in order. And we've just been doing the. Do you know what is a really, really good TV show?
Go on.
It's the Netflix Daredevil and Punisher.
Oh my!
They are wonderful.
Love that.
Yeah, they are proper good shows. And we're just doing I think we're on for Jessica Jones season 3 at the minute. We're somewhere in the middle of that one.
That's a decent series.
Yeah, it's all right. It's quite good. It's a little bit different to the Daredevil and the Iron Man. Daredevil and Punisher, and Luke Cage as well. That's a good one. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I've watched all of them. Luke Cage, Punisher. Yeah. I'm a big Marvel buff.
Nice, Marvel buff.
Yeah, love it.
You'd like my folder then, because I've got them all in chronological. I've got a one folder on my computer, numerically organised, and I'm talking thousands of episodes, well, hundreds, because there's everything from the what was it called, Phase 4, the Marvel Phase 4. So you've got it starts with Captain America Winter
Soldier.
Avenger. No, the first Avenger, because it starts at the beginning of the story. So Captain America, the first Avenger, is the very first episode, and then you've got Agent Carter, and then the films will appear after a series, so like Iron Man and Iron Man 2 and all the varying films that come in order, and then like the different Avengers films and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., all the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. And have you watched that? Have you watched the Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah, I've watched it all. Love it.
Have you? Sorry. Yeah. But anyway, yeah,
I love that you do that.
I did that. I did it with
so
that.
Cute.
And I did it with Star Wars as well.
I remember you talking to me about the Star Wars one. We were on Purbeck.
Yeah.
And that's where we bonded over This Is the Way. Mandalorian.
Yeah, Mrs. FS loves the Mandalorian. Do you know what? I'm wearing Mandalorian socks right now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, well, I bought a couple, but she nicks them all. I'm a size 12 foot, right? And Mrs. Farmer Sim isn't. She's like half my size. I think she's a 5 or a 6. Yeah, I've never got any bloody socks in my sock drawer. Because she nicks them all. She's sitting downstairs wearing a pair of socks that are 10 sizes too big for her. Where's my socks? On my feet or in the wash. They're not on
Brilliant. They're not in my drawer.
No. I went to town and I bought these Mandalorian socks, or Star Wars type socks, but you got like Mandalorian on them. bloody Yoda and Boba Fett and all that. There's little emblems.
Oh, I love
socks.
that.
And they had I think there was 6 pairs in a set, and after the first day or two, they'd all gone. And I was like, "Where's my new socks?" And she just looked at me sheepishly, and I was like, "Right." So I went back to town and I bought another set for her. So we both had, and I bought them in my size for her. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I bought another set of socks.
Does she
that are
still wear yours though?
Size 9 to 12 for her. Yeah, and they all just go in my drawer. So now my sock drawer is our sock drawer.
I love
Can you
that.
believe that? I don't. I've never got any bloody socks. God damn! Oh, God Almighty! That was a. I almost had a. Well, I almost killed the driver, because if he'd have crashed into the side of my tractor, he'd have come off much worse. Yeah, just turned around in the road and crazy BMW driver came at me, full pelt.
I bet he clapped at you as well.
I didn't even hear a beep, actually. He jammed on his anchors and came to a stop about half a foot away from my giant front wheel. Anyway, how are you getting on in that field, mate?
Can I borrow you over here, actually? Just flick to my tractor?
Borrow me over there?
Yeah, I've,
Imminently. There we are. I'm here.
Look at this texture.
Oh, you've got the planter out already?
Oh, yeah, I finished cultivating. Sorry, I forgot to tell you.
Good lord. Right, okay. Oh, wow, okay, so this is green beans.
Yeah. Do you think that's looking alright? Because it sort of looks like it's missing a row, but...
It does, but if you go to the map PDA and just scroll down, I mean, green beans.
It looks fine, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Okay, that's fine then.
Yeah, no, that's all good.
Alright, I'll crack on then. This won't take long, because this is 9, so...
Well, I'm almost, well, I say I'm almost finished. I've probably got, what would you reckon there? 1, 2, I've probably got 5 or 6 rows left to go. I think, maybe.
Won't take us long.
No, it won't take us too long. I'd imagine this video will probably be about an hour and a quarter long, hour and 20 minutes roughly.
I'm sure people won't mind.
No. I can't imagine we'll get your field finished though. In that time. No. We'll get this field finished, and we'll probably knock it in the head for there, because we're on 37 minutes long now at the minute, so that's... Yeah. I'm sure there'll be lots of people falling asleep listening to our dulcet tones already.
We can be an ASMR channel, helping people fall asleep.
It's got to be relaxing for that, though, hasn't it?
Yeah, this is true. The sound of the tractor, that's pretty relaxing.
The sound of an AI driver coming to a screeching halt as he narrowly misses impaling himself on my exhaust pipe.
Exactly. I don't know what's...
Wonderfully relaxing.
Wonderfully relaxing. I don't know what the problem is.
What's your running speed out there? You look like you're motoring.
11.
Oh, I'm at
And that's
7.
miles per hour.
Yeah, I'm at 7 miles an hour at the minute.
Yeah, that's a chonk. If I was to describe that machine, it'd be chonk.
Yes. No, I think that's a very good word to describe it. Definitely.
Who ate all the mince pies? Chonk.
I did. I ate. No, me. I ate all the mince pies. I did that last night.
I haven't had any yet, but I've got some waiting for me downstairs.
You haven't had any mince pies yet?
I know. It should be a crime against humanity.
I mean, literally, put the controller down and go to bed.
I know.
Punishment with no tea.
Sit on the naughty step.
Yes. Consider what you've done.
It is terrible behaviour. I realise this, and I ask for forgiveness.
Woman. Well, yes.
I know, but I don't. It sounds really stupid. I don't want to get. Not that I do get fed up of food, because I don't. Yeah, I could eat them all year round. It's just I want them to be special. I know that sounds really pathetic, but it's like
no. I get it.
There's certain foods where I just identify as like a bit more special, and that's one of them.
Yeah. Okay. I'll let you off then.
But I do have, I'm again trying to behave for a little bit. I got some little mini ones, but there's like 12 in a pack. So if I have 6, that'll be equivalent of 2 big ones, right? Hashtag maths.
Yeah, hashtag maths. So go on, run that by me again. If you have 6 little ones.
So there's 12 little ones. If I have 6 little ones, that'll be probably the equivalent of 2 big ones.
Well, if we say 2 little ones are the... Yeah, give or take a bit. I'd have said 2 little ones were probably a little bit less than 1, weren't they?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think they're a bit more than a mouthful, though. That it's not like... I would probably have 2 bites. It's not worth...
on the size of the mouth. I know they're like little vol-au-vent snacks for me, those things.
Okay, so are we going to do like a mathematical equation?
No, what we want to do is we want to do something like the... Have you ever tried to do the 3 cream egg challenge? My brother did that once.
Oh my gosh, is that where you have to put 3 cream eggs in your mouth?
Yes.
Did he manage it?
He did, yes.
Was he sick?
No.
Did he choke?
No. If you complete the 3 cream egg challenge, you have to put 3 Cadbury's cream eggs in your mouth and then finish them.
Jeez.
It's a task because they're to any of our friends across the pond. The Cadbury's cream egg is a chocolate egg the size of an actual normal
actual egg.
It's really thick chocolate, but it's got a really nice kind of like a candy centre to it. And you put 3 of them in your mouth, so it's like putting 3 hard-boiled eggs in your mouth, the size of them. You can't talk. You can't.
But without the flexibility of a hard-boiled egg.
Yeah.
It's thick chocolate.
Yeah, one of them's enough, let alone 3. But anyway, yes.
Okay.
So, how did I get talking about? But so yeah, those small mince pies. They're just like a little. I mean, you could inhale those things for goodness sake.
I'll send you a picture of them. I'm like, nom, 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 nom.
How does it go? Yeah, I went through a whole box last night in about 20 minutes. I went to the shop and came back with a really nice posh packet of crisps and a box of mince pies. Sainsbury's truly irresistible taste the difference.
They're really buttery, aren't they?
They were lovely.
I love buttery beautifulness.
All 6 of them. They were lovely.
Did you eat 6 mince pies?
Of course I did. Don't be so rude.
You legend.
How offensive. Of course I did.
Anyone else would think they'll be offended by eating too many. You're offended that you couldn't achieve eating 6.
The notion that I didn't eat all 6. And yeah. Well, I was just sat there watching telly. I'd had a hard day's recording.
Yeah.
So
you exercised your jaw, talking.
I naturally went downstairs and
exercised your jaw some more.
Sugar coma, yeah. Stuff a load of mince pies and crisps and peanut M&Ms, because that's Mrs. Farmer Sim's go-to thing at the minute. I think she's very slowly but surely turning into a peanut M&M.
Oh, really? That's her go-to?
Yeah, she loves them. She just can't get enough of them. She's literally like, that's all she eats. Peanut M&Ms.
I do like a peanut M&M, but not too many.
They are quite good.
I don't like too many. I mean, I like nuts, but I don't love nuts.
Honestly, I think I must have spent about 150 quid in the last month on peanut M&Ms. They're like £3 a packet for a share bag, and I'll occasionally have a 1 or 2. But
she's tiny.
There's nothing to it. There's literally nothing to it.
I want to steal her metabolism.
Yeah, it's crazy to look at. Yeah, she doesn't normally eat a lot of food. That's the thing. But when she finds something that she really enjoys,
she goes for it.
Yeah, there's no stopping her.
Does she get sick of things though? Like if she overeats it?
No.
No.
She can. No. Once she gets the taste for something, that's it for months, and she'll just stick with the same thing forever.
Well, I can't be trusted with anything nice in the house.
You can't be trusted.
No, I can't. Honestly,
Locked
like
on the doors.
I need it childproofed because I wouldn't be able to get into any cupboard that's childproof. It's like this is adult proof, right? But no,
Yeah.
if there's like Christmas sweets, you know, those big tubs of sweets that you get at Christmas celebrations,
Oh my
roses.
God, the shops are full of them, and I keep looking at them and going, right, but I'm being good. But yes, I know the ones you mean. Yeah.
If I buy them now, they'll be gone.
They're gone. Yeah.
I have no self-control.
No.
Whereas my parents have gone and got all of the stuff. I'm like, how are you doing this? How do you have so much self-control, but I don't? It must be the way they were brought up.
Yeah, do you know what? I think you're right there. It was just a different world back then.
Everything wasn't as accessible, was it? You couldn't just nip to the shops and get what you wanted.
My gran was the same. She'd buy stuff and stock up on stuff, and it would last forever, whereas nothing is sacred in my house. If I buy something to eat, it's not because I want to look at it for a while. I want to eat it. So I eat it. It's like, oh look, there's a tub of chocolate. Eat it. Done. Task finished.
Your to-do list over Christmas consists of eating,
dinner,
and
done.
Eating. If I'm
not that bad.
If I'm not comatose, if I'm not in pain from my Christmas dinner, I haven't done it properly.
If you're not in pain from your Christmas
it should
dinner,
hurt to walk home.
You're walking home?
We go to my parents for Christmas, and it's about a 10-minute walk to my parents' house.
Right.
So obviously, I'll be having a few beverages of choice on the day. So we always walk home.
So you
I waddle.
Home. Yeah.
Waddle.
Yeah. Crawl.
Yeah. And it's not because of the drink, it's the sheer volume of food consumed.
Yeah. Oh, I love bread sauce.
Oh.
Christmas dinner for me is all about bread sauce and pigs in blankets.
Oh, pigs in blankets. My mum does the best sausage meat stuffing and normal stuffing, like bread with parsley and all sorts. So we have 2 lots of stuffing.
It's a bloody nightmare making content with you, Mrs. SG. Stim gamer.
We're just so hungry now.
Dribbling into my microphone filter.
This is why your computer breaks, because you're dribbling.
It is, because I'm just a dribbling mess after spending an hour talking to you, because I'm now absolutely ravenous. And I want Christmas dinner.
Oh,
now.
I want Christmas dinner right now. I have run out of seed, believe it or not.
Do you know what? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, sugar. Hang on a minute. I'm going to need to... Right. The field is drilled.
Yeah.
But I haven't... Do you know what? Because we've been nattering nonsense for the last God knows how long.
Yeah.
Unless canola seed goes very, 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 very far, I'm still at 99% full of seed.
What?
Yeah, I've drilled the whole field.
I'm coming.
And the PDA says so. I've drilled the whole field.
Wow.
I'm just going to have... I've got one last patch to do here. I've got a funny... It's either going to be... You know, like we had that hiccup with the rice planters last week.
Yeah.
Where there was the heads-up display wasn't reflecting what was necessarily in the vehicle. I'm curious as to whether we'll save and exit out, for example.
Well, it is saying canola's in there, like in the field info.
No, it is, yes. Yeah.
Yeah. We don't have a roller. We need to remember that.
Oh, sugar. That's a good point. Well remembered.
We might be able to roll this before the sun goes down. In the next episode, of course.
Well, we'll have to do that in the next episode, won't we?
So, well, that's handy because I'm going to need a lot more seed.
Right. Okay. Well, it is handy because what we can do, there's still a little bit of a pallet there on the trailer, but where are you now? I'm
going to bring her over. I'm not going to disconnect from this position.
Well, just in case there was a glitch, I've just unloaded the seed out of this seeder now, so there's now 4 pallet bag things on the ground. Oh, sugar, no, don't crash into me wall. I'm just going to park this up here. So I've just unloaded the seed that was in here.
Yeah.
you can put that into your planter for now.
On me way.
Right, okay. I'm just gonna...
But I've got a massive wide load. I haven't unhitched it.
Oh, you haven't? You're going full... Right, I see. Right, okay. I see what you mean.
I'm going
Sim gamer.
full lazy mode.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, she's refilled. Actually, to be honest with you, this is only holding 660 litres.
Because it's a planter, yeah, it's got an entirely different capacity, and
so it's not actually that much seed.
No, it's not. But you've got most of that field done. You've got probably half of that field done.
Yeah. Managed to get through the cultivating and that quite nicely.
All in the time it took me to drag that behemoth behind me. But what?
I mean,
look. It is awesome.
I'm sorry, Novag. I'm not feeling that brand name, but that's just me being silly. That is a machine. Look at. I'm sorry, just even admiring the game for a minute, like the detail is just insane.
It really is. It really is.
Stunning. Anyway, we've been recording for quite some time. I hope everybody's enjoyed it. I'm going to come round to you.
Indeed, we're at 50 minutes now. Goodness me. So yeah, this is
50 minutes plus 30 minutes.
That would be 80 minutes.
Whoop whoop. Maths.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, bit of a long one this, but what can we say? It needed to be done. We've got some work done now. We've got both fields drilled almost now.
Yep.
So we'll probably pick up. Well, we can't say for definite whether the next episode will be a live stream or another recorded one like this, but either way, we will pick up where we have left off and crack on.
We will get that field rolled. Get that one. If we could get both fields rolled, is there a roller that's available for 28,000?
Yes, we'll be able to lease one.
This is true.
There's only 2 rollers base game. One of them's a whopper, and one of them's I think it's 12 meters or so. I've just used it.
Yeah, that's like 52 grand, isn't it?
It's
something like that. Crazy.
We'll be able to lease it for a couple of hours.
Is that worth it for the 3% bonus?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
A big field, 3% of a big field could be a reasonable, especially the green beans.
Yeah, you're right there. Every percent counts.
Definitely. Indeed it does. Indeed it does.
Loved every minute, my friend.
Mate. Likewise. Thank you very much, mate. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching. As always, both of us have got promo codes, Giants Partner promo codes. If any of you are in the market for purchasing FarmSim22 or FarmSim25, there will be some links in the video descriptions below. Mine's Farmer Sim. What's yours, mate?
Mrs. Sim.
Shameless self-promotion. Wonderful stuff.
We love a bit of shamelessness.
We do indeed. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you've enjoyed the video, and we shall see you in the next one.
See you in the next one. Bye for now.
Take care. Bye.